Cut the nonsense. This is what Dr. Umar Johnson said. This is the title of his latest post. Now, in this post, he talks about a pregnant woman who don't know who the father is. It's between two guys. And Umar says that this woman was honest. I totally disagree. Let's watch this video and watch what Umar has to say.
Please cut the nonsense. Somebody sent me a clip of a black woman, one of our sisters in America, American African sister. American African sister. She was pregnant with child, or she is pregnant with child. She was dating two men, two brothers, and she got pregnant. And she didn't know which man was the biological father. She didn't know which man was the biological father. So she decided to invite both potential fathers to the baby shower. People ridiculed her. They condemned her. What are you doing? That is trifling. How are you going to invite two men to the baby shower? I totally disagree. I totally disagree.
I agree. It's absolutely trifling. It's despicable that she had unprotected sex at the same time with two different men. I totally disagree with him.
Yes, she should have known who her child's father was. We all understand that. That was a mistake on her part. I'm sure she's aware. But
a mistake is done unintentionally. That was not a mistake. She arranged the meetups. She knowingly and willingly had sex with two different men. That was no mistake.
I appreciate her honesty and integrity in dealing with the situation. How many black women do you know, if they are unsure of the father, is going to go to both men and say, listen, I slept with both of y'all this month. You was unprotected. My side piece had a condom on. It split. It came off. My loosey-goosey sucked it off. Whatever the case is, how many black women you know are going to go to the two men who could be the child's father and say, listen, I'm not going to play no games with you. I had sex with another man this month. I had sex within a 30-day period with two different men. I don't know which one of you is the father. I'm inviting both of y'all to the baby shower. How many women you know have that kind of honesty and integrity?
First of all, she don't have honesty and integrity, or she wouldn't have had sex with both of those men. Number one. Number two, most women who do that will not go and tell both men because that could result in serious harm. You got a lot of men out there that'll kill, that'll beat them. You put your life on the line when you do something like that. That's a very dangerous thing to do. And some men will say, hey, this is not mine, and just walk away. So, I don't agree with that. There's nothing noble about what she's doing. It's trifling and disgusting.
How many women do you know have that kind of honesty and integrity? Most black women would have done what? Because I know a lot of men who found out later the baby wasn't theirs. I know a lot of men who found out later the baby was not theirs.
Sad reality.
I know a lot of men who found out later that the baby was not theirs. A lot of women will simply play Russian roulette with one man's emotions. A lot of women will simply play Russian roulette with one man's emotions, and they will simply take a guess. I think it's his, or I want it to be his. And they will play the whole pregnancy like it's one man's child. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of you sisters are guilty. Some of you brothers have experienced this. Some of you sisters are guilty. Some of you brothers have experienced this. Some of you sisters are guilty. Some of you brothers have experienced this when you're led to believe the child is yours, only to find out after the child is born, or 10 years later, or 20 years later, or 30 years later when your child need a organ transplant, or your child need a blood transfusion, and you find out at your son's 21st birthday that you are not his biological father.
What he's doing is using an extreme analogy to try to justify what she did, to try to give a sense of being noble in what she did. No, there is none. It's wrong, period. It's wrong to lie to a man and tell him that the child is his. It's wrong to sleep with two men unprotected. It's wrong, period. Wrong. One is not better than the other. It's just wrong. And the two men that would show up to a baby shower smiling and cheesing, they are brainless fools. What would you have to be happy about? What is there to be excited about? That is crazy. This is madness, sickness. And this man claims to be a man of God. How can you accept something like this? How can you justify something like this? There's nothing good about that woman.
You understand me? We got so many women who have done that to men. Blame them for being the father, accuse them for being the father, label them as the dad, and they never were. So I appreciate this sister being honest enough with these two men. And guess what? Both of the brothers came. Shout out to those two brothers. Both of the brothers came. They say, listen, we didn't like this, but this is the way it is. We appreciate you for being honest with us, and we are both going to be here. And whoever is the father, God bless him. And whoever is not the father, he can be the godfather.
God bless him. Listen to this. What's the blessing? What's the blessing? A lowlife giving birth to a child, don't know who the father is. Come on now. Where's the blessing?
Whoever is not the father, he can be the godfather, because you can't expect a man to go through 9 months of wondering and wishing only to find out the child is not his. He can be the godfather.
Listen at this nonsense. He can be the godfather after going through 9 months knowing that the child may not be his. That's enough to make you want to cave her head in. Listen to what he's saying. God bless them. How? You don't see the immorality in this? This is absolutely crazy. It's immoral and disgusting. They should be embarrassed. And those dudes, they are not men. They are cowards. Show up to a baby shower with cheese and taking pictures together. They might as well all live together in the same house. Share the bed.
So shout out to the two brothers who were humble enough to respect this sister for being honest, who are humble enough to come to the baby shower and say it is what it is. If this is my child, I want my child to know that I was there. If this is my child, I want my child to know I was there. And if this is not my child, congratulations to this other brother, and maybe I'll be the godfather. So I don't look at it the way y'all look at it. I think something has to be said for women who can be honest. Yeah, she was a little loose in the booty. Yeah, we know that.
A little loose. She could have contracted AIDS. A little loose. Go to the extreme with it like you did before. They could get herpes, hepatitis, COVID, anything. Come on, man. It's nothing moral about this. Umar need to stop. He spit fire on his last video, and he came with just pure garbage on this one. He is absolutely out of pocket.
She was a little loose in the booty, but yet and still, she decided to be honest and come clean about her indiscretions, and I can respect that sister for that. Oh, yeah.
He can respect that sister for that. That is exactly what is wrong in society. Just acceptance of pure debauchery. The acceptance of people like Sexy Red, Spice, Ice Spice, all of these Glorilla. Just all of this nonsense, this debauchery. Megan Thee Stallion, all that perverted lyrics. is just disgusting. The acceptance of it is disgusting. He out of pocket.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Dr. Umar on this one. I disagree with him on this one. He's off the rails. I totally disagree. So leave a comment, hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know what you think.